Happy Thanksgiving week, Oddball Nation. You're tuned in to the Jersey Oddcast, the show where local news meets a little chaos, a lot of commentary, and just the right amount of cranberry sauce. This week, we're celebrating Hammonton's Teachers of the Year, diving into some State Parole Board news, hearing about a Vineland dog making national headlines and watching Joe weep openly, and of course, checking out what's happening around South Jersey with the community calendar. We've got updates on roadwork in Winslow, a Thanksgiving community dinner, and even a look at how the county is teaming up with Santa Claus this season. Stick around for the Odd Poll, the Oddcast OddFact, and the always unpredictable Oddcast Forecast, because you never know what kind of weather or weirdness we'll uncover next. I'm Gina Rullo here with Joseph F. Berenato and Gabriel J. Donio, and together we're serving up your weekly helping of local news with a twist. So, guys, how was your week?
Not nearly as long as that intro, actually.
Yeah, that was
Oh, if I had feelings, they would be hurt.
Fair enough.
listen, I thought it was solid.
Yeah.
They went well. I'm looking more toward the week ahead, which is Thanksgiving. Can you guys believe it's here?
No, no, I can't. I don't know where 2025. I don't know where it went. This year has flown by.
It absolutely has, and I just feel like it was February, like a month ago, and we're at the end of November. It's just been unbelievable.
Yeah. Yes, it has.
Last week, we saw some good news posted by the Hammonton School District. They announced their 2026 Teachers of the Year. For Hammonton High School, the Teacher of the Year is Kristen Sarasso. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Hampton Middle School Teacher of the Year is Kimberly Velarde. The Warren E. Soy Junior Elementary School 2026 Teacher of the Year is Danielle Galetta. And the Hamilton Early Childhood Education Center 2026 Teacher of the Year is Kerry Fisher. I thought this was a great announcement. You could see the joy on all their faces in the photos.
Oh, yeah.
It was a great
Yep.
way to kick off this holiday season for me, at least.
Yeah. It's always nice. I love that they break down to each individual school and give an educator in every school the title of teach, and it's not just for the district. And
Yeah.
yeah, and they did. They all just looked so happy in the pictures.
Yeah, I think it's always rewarding to get encouragement like this from your employer, from your school district. I know a couple of the honorees personally, and they're good people, great teachers, and I know all four of them were selected with a lot of pride by the district. So it's great to see the reaction, like you guys said, when people are so excited about receiving such an honor.
Yeah.
Again, a nice positive way to start the holiday season. It sets them up for success for the year. I would love to have been there for their students when the gets announced so you could see their faces, especially the younger students. There must have been so much joy. That kind of thing is contagious.
Always.
Yeah,
Congratulations to
but
all of
we
them.
we say congratulations to all of them, and we wish you a great rest of your school year. And we can't wait to see what other news comes from the Hamilton School District. In other news, Joe, there's been some happenings with the State Parole Board that has a Hamilton twist to it.
Indeed. According to reports, outgoing Governor Phil Murphy has made several appointments and reappointments to the State Parole Board. Among the nominations is Brian Woods, the Chief of Staff to State Senator Latham Tyver, and outgoing Assemblyman Michael Teresi Jr. Murphy also appointed Somerset County Democrat Chair Peg Schaefer and former State Senator Christopher Bateman to the State Parole Board. Schaefer is set to replace Julio Marenco, who resigned to become an Assemblyman in 2024, and Bateman will replace Thomas Hafe, a former Salem County GOP chairman. Woods, again, the Chief of Staff to Senator Tyver and Mike Teresi, is set to take the seat of Hammonton attorney Kerry Cody. Parole board members earn about $126,000 annually for a full-time job, and Murphy also renominated city members former Assemblywoman Annette Chaparro and Frank Del Vecchio, a retired Fairview police chief. Yeah, a little bit of a shakeup on the parole board, and I'm wondering how I can get a seat on that board.
As long as you are not being considered for parole, I think that's a good question.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. It's interesting to see the sort of tangential Hamilton tie to one of the seats with the Woods Cody seat. So I think
Mhm.
that's an interesting twist on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
agreed.
is everywhere. You can't get away from us.
That's
No.
interesting.
Yeah, we
A lot of influence.
always influential.
If
Always.
you want to stop trying to run away from Hamilton and want to settle down here, you're looking for a home or to relocate your business to the South Jersey area, we suggest calling Phil Carr.
If you're looking to buy or sell your home or commercial property in South Jersey, call Phil Carr, owner of Crowley and Carr Real Estate. Crowley and Carr is the best place in town to find the best place in town. Call them at 609 561 0505 or go to Facebook or Instagram.
Thanks, Gabriel. I think you have some news for us about a man from Egg Harbor City who pled guilty recently.
I do. The information is coming out of Egg Harbor City, and here is the information. On Tuesday, November 18th, 2025, Daniel Zhang, 23, of Egg Harbor City, New Jersey, pleaded guilty to 3 counts of third-degree invasion of privacy related to an incident that occurred on September 16th, 2024, in Hammonton Township. The defendant's recommended sentence is 5 years of probation, 200 hours of community service, and a mental health and psychosexual evaluation. Zhang must comply with any and all recommendations of the evaluations and submit to random checks of his devices. On September 16th, 2024, Hamilton Township Police responded to Planet Fitness for a report of a man, later identified as Zhang, using his phone to record another person without consent in the men's restroom. Upon arrival, Zhang spoke to officers and admitted to recording other men while they used the restroom at Planet Fitness and a local Wawa. Zhang further admitted that he recorded the videos because he was sexually attracted to the victims. An examination of Zhang's phone revealed 49 videos of unidentified victims using the restroom. All videos were recorded between May and September 2024 in Atlantic County and beyond. Zhang is scheduled to appear before the Honorable Joseph Levin, JSC, on March 13th, 2026 for sentencing. A disturbing story, guys.
Yeah, and this is all coming from the Atlantic County Prosecutor's Office, correct, Gabe?
That's correct.
Yeah. Now, it's not a good story other than the fact that they've caught him and they're getting him the help that he needs, it sounds, but this is not the kind of thing you want to hear about when you're talking about using a public restroom.
No, and it's not a new story either. I don't know if either one of you remember, but when cameras first started becoming a part of cell phones, this was an issue then, and it's sad to hear that it's still an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
and it
absolutely.
happens. It happens more often than we think. I've heard other reports from other communities where similar things have happened. So it's a
Yeah.
problem, and it continues to be. But at least there's a crackdown on it here. And like you said, Gina said, the person's going to be dealing with his problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a good story. Joe, what's happening out of Vineland?
You got to narrow that down because everything is happening out of Vineland.
I believe
But
I said that earlier this year if we want to be very accurate about that. But what's going on with a criminal side, let's say?
all right, according to a release from the Cumberland County prosecutor, charges have been filed against Christopher Singletary, 26, of Vineland, for the potential manufacture of homemade child sexual abuse material at a location on Delsey Drive in Vineland. On November 19th, Singletary was arrested and taken into custody. According to the release, the state alleges that Singletary sexually assaulted and recorded 2 victims, and further alleges that he communicated with other minors via Snapchat, receiving self made images of the juveniles. Singletary has been charged with the following: aggravated sexual assault in the first degree, sexual assault in the second degree, endangering the welfare of a child, sexual conduct in the third degree, endangering the welfare of a child sexual abuse material in the first degree, and endangering the welfare of a child sexual abuse material in the third degree. That is a lot. According to the release, also, they had received a tip on November 17th that it was created, so they acted quickly to apprehend the suspect.
Yeah, think about the victims in these situations, and you hope that they get the help and counseling that they're going to need going forward, so that they could have peaceful adult lives. And I would know that we don't really report on that side of things normally, but I would love to. know that's happening, I feel like I would feel better other than just hearing the criminal end of it too. What are we doing for the victims?
Yeah, that's an excellent question.
Yeah, and critically important because obviously you want to catch the person who's doing it, but then you have to do the hard work after that for the people who are involved as victims.
Yeah.
When it comes time to read the news, whether it's on a screen or in print, I have to wear glasses, as do the rest of you. So, Gabe, where do we get our glasses? Who do we
Oh,
go see?
we always go to Hammonton Family Eye Care, Gina, and always impressed by the way the professionalism and the way that they handle everything at Hammonton Family Eye Care. So see Hammonton Family Eye Care for routine and medical eye care for all ages, from glasses to contacts to eye exams and more. Visit Hammonton Family Eye Care at Peachtree Plaza, 80 South Whitehorse Pike in Hammonton. Call 609-567-7479 or go to hamiltonfamilyeyecare.com.
Thanks, Gabe. Appreciate that. Joe, I know this is going to be exhausting for you, but we have to do it. What's going on with all the tree lightings around the area, and how many tree lightings can one go to this month? In
Well,
December, I should say.
it is beginning to look a lot like Christmas. So
First,
You really should sing that line for the peoples.
it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas
Thank you.
it just puts you in the mood.
everywhere
It really
you go. All
does.
right. Yeah. And actually, once I get to it in Vineland, you'll be able to take a look at the former 5 and 10, but we'll get to that in a few minutes. So let's talk about not only tree lightings, but parades in the area, actually. And we'll start with Hammonton. The annual downtown Hammonton tree lighting will take place on Saturday, December 6th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the intersection of Bellevue and Central Avenues, where Santa Claus will arrive at 7 p.m. Guests can enjoy holiday music, live performances, sing alongs, games, activities throughout the night. Visitors can also take in the glow of the beautiful lanterns lit for the holidays, adding to the warmth and welcoming atmosphere downtown. Free trolley rides will begin after the ceremony, offering guests a festive tour of beautifully lit homes and holiday displays around the community. On Saturday, December 13th at 7 p.m., the public is invited to the 27th annual Hammonton Fire Department's Christmas Parade, which will run on Bellevue Avenue from North Liberty Street through Egg Harbor Road. This year, the parade theme is an 80s Christmas, neon nights, holiday lights. Spectators are encouraged to spread out between North Liberty and Egg Harbor Road, filling in the space on both sides of the road along the entire parade route, and parking is available throughout the area on the side streets. Participating fire departments and community organizations should report to Hammonton Middle School at 75 North Liberty Street at 6 p.m. for lineup. Trophies will be awarded for Best Decorated Fire Apparatus, Best Decorated Non-Fire Apparatus or Float, Judges Award, Best Musical Performance, Farthest Traveled, and Best Decorated Downtown Hammonton Business. In Egg Harbor, the Lloyd Wimberg Memorial Tree Lighting will also take place on Saturday, December 6th at 6:30 p.m. at the library at 100 Philadelphia Avenue. There will be goodie bags for the kids and holiday music by local groups and a DJ. Santa will arrive on a fire truck at 7 p.m., so don't forget to bring your letters for Santa and leave them in the mailbox. That day will also see a winter bazaar from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. with ice skating, snow globes, penguin races, crafts, and games, and the snow will be blowing. Then on Saturday, December 20th, Egg Harbor City presents Christmas on the Avenue, their annual parade. Lineup will begin at 5 p.m. at 500 London Avenue, and step off for the parade down Philadelphia Avenue will begin at 6 p.m. Over in Vineland, Vineland will be holding their annual Christmas parade on the avenue this Saturday, November 29th at 5 p.m., with a rain date of November 30th. The parade will proceed on Landis Avenue through the downtown toward Myrtle Street and will have 100 or more participants made up of floats, marching bands, walkers, autos, fire trucks, and more. Watch as Santa waves his magic wand and lights up the avenue with a dazzling display of holiday lights. It's a night full of music, joy, and holiday cheer that you won't want to miss. Final preparations are underway for this year's old-fashioned Christmas on the Avenue, Friday, December 5th from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday, December 6th from noon to 6 p.m. This year, the new Vineland Convention Center, the old Five and Dime, will serve as the hub for the event. Festivities will kick off on December 5th with the lighting of the Vineland Community Christmas tree, along with the unveiling of wonderful new decorations on the steps of City Hall, followed by a short fireworks display. Jim Donovan from CBS 3 in Philadelphia will again be the MC for the tree lighting. Local favorite Alexander Brodzik will perform God Bless America, and the Vineland High School Select Choir will perform Christmas favorites. An exciting addition to the tree lighting this year is the Jersey Mummers String Band, who will play holiday favorites and Mummers favorites, and then march to the convention center to perform. Over the 2 days, you can enjoy everything from free trolley and carriage rides, costume characters, numerous vendors, photos with Santa, and special guests Vineland Fire Department dog Radiant, EMT dog Wednesday, and Vineland Schools dog Cole, who we'll talk about later. There will be entertainment provided by the Sweet Adelines, Divine Mercy Choir, Studio B dancers, DJ Bob Morgan, and singer Louis Junta, and more, along with the Durning String Band, who will perform at the Convention Center from 2 to 3 p.m. on Saturday. Bring the family and enjoy the holiday fun. And finally, in Winslow Township, the annual tree lighting will take place on Friday, December 5th, with a rain date of Friday, December 12th, from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Winslow Township Municipal Building, 125 South Route 73 in Braddock. Start off the holiday season at the Winslow Township tree lighting event. Enjoy hot cocoa and cookies, face painting, a game truck, a photo op with Mr. and Mrs. Claus, music, and more as Winslow Township counts down together for the magical moment of their tree lighting. This event is a perfect way to embrace the spirit of the season with friends and family. So, to answer your question, how many tree lightings can one attend this year? Two, it looks, because three of these will be on the same night.
I just wish, and this is gonna sound like a petty Betty type thing. I wish we called ours a Christmas tree lighting because Hammonton. Because what is a holiday tree? I know what a holiday card is, and I know what a holiday is, but there is no holiday tree. It's a Christmas tree. It's isn't it like a pagan ritual? Doesn't it have more roots like that than it does.
Originally, yeah, it was
Yeah.
So
originally incorporating
is that
evergreens
why
and
we're
holly
doing
and
it?
so forth was a way to really entice the heathens.
So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess is that why we're calling it a holiday tree? But I don't know. Can we just call it what it is? It is a Christmas tree. We used to call it a Christmas tree lighting back in the day.
And it wasn't that long ago. What are they? The parade is a Christmas parade, correct?
Yes, it is the
So,
Christmas
I mean,
parade. Absolutely.
I think I'm a firm believer in calling things what they are. You could call the Halloween parade a holiday parade, technically, but it's on the week of Halloween and it's a Halloween parade. So the Christmas parade, the same way. I think it's more about the timing and the Christmas tree lighting. I feel the same way about. So I would retire holiday tree lighting for Christmas tree lighting. I don't think we're that big a it's that big a deal. I will say if you're not in the Christmas spirit before the first couple weeks of December, just by attending a few of these events, you definitely will be in it afterward. And you noted it a couple times, Joe, that the convention center is the old JJ Newberry in
Hmm.
Vineland, the old five and dime. Do you think anyone gets it anymore when you sing that song? Take a look at the 5 and 10. Do they know what that even is anymore?
I don't know if there are any left around. I think people our age and older who remember going to a 5 and 10, whether it was JJ Newberry or going to Ben Franklin in Egg Harbor, we remember that because they were open into the 1990s, both of them. But you get someone born post 1996, 1997, at least in our area, I think that the term 5 and 10 or 5 and dime is anachronistic anymore.
Yeah,
It's
for by way of explanation, today you would say the dollar store. I think if you're making the kind of analogy of what do people expect from a five and dime, it was
yeah.
discounted goods and that sort of thing. I think that there's still one on the Washington Street Mall. I think it still
Okay.
refers to itself as a five and dime. I don't want to say
Is it a Hoyt's?
Delia's,
Oh,
Delia.
Delia.
And you're right, Gina. Thanks for bringing that up. In Stone Harbor and Ocean City and Avalon, I think there's still Hoy's 5 and 10. They've been around a long time, and they have that classic red look. The facade is red, that sort of look. So yeah, that's good, Gina. Definitely Hoy's still refers to itself as a 5 and 10 cent store.
Okay. All right.
Just
That's something at
so
least.
so much Christmas cheer. I'm curious about how Egg Harbor City is gonna do the snow. I'm excited for it. That was Egg Harbor City, right? You said it was gonna
That
bring the
was,
snow?
yes, where they promised that there will be snow. Yes.
Yeah, I love all that. And I'm not quite there yet ready to listen to Christmas music, but I love the Hawaiian Christmas music song. That is probably
Mele Kalikimaka.
Yes,
Yes,
and
that's a.
Now,
Gabe will sing it. It's great. I love it.
you mean Bing Crosby's version or another version?
Usually, Bing Crosby's version is the one we're listening to. It's a
I
wise way to say Merry Christmas to you, Joe.
Yeah, I love his Christmas in Killarney. That's one of my
Oh, that's a
favorites.
good one too.
Yeah, huge fan.
Also, Drummer Boy, if we're gonna do Bing Crosby.
Oh, you mean
Oh,
Peace
with
on Earth, Little Drummer Boy with David
yeah,
Bowie?
David Bowie.
Yes.
I have been a proponent for years and no one is listening to me. I have come up with two people who should cover that song and it would be the perfect cover.
Put it here. We'll put it out there,
Yeah,
Joe.
let's put it out there into the universe. Go
Mickey
ahead.
Dolenz, Mickey Dolenz and Ringo Starr. Now
That'd be
think about
interesting.
this. Ringo Starr has a deeper voice, so he takes the Bing Crosby side. Mickey
Mhm.
Dolenz has a supernaturally high voice, so he takes the David Bowie side. Have them both perform it, and hey, they're both drummers. It's
There you
perfect.
go.
It would be
There you go.
wonderful.
You've given this a good amount of thought, it's
Oh,
sounding.
I have. I absolutely
Yeah,
have.
you definitely have considered this for a while.
Yeah, I think it would be the perfect cover of that song.
It's such a great song, and David Bowie and Bing Crosby, they're so opposite,
Yeah,
but such great musical talents that you're like, okay, this works. I get it. And
yeah,
it really is about the season, and you forget everything else, and that's where your focus is. And I love it.
yeah.
So I love your idea, Joe.
Thank you. Here's hoping somehow it gets to Mickey Dolenz and or Ringo Starr, and they're like, you know what? That's a good idea.
You
We
never
can
know.
only hope.
We can only
We can
hope.
only hope.
It's out there now. Could be a Christmas miracle. I don't know if it
Oh,
happens. I don't know if it happens this year, but it could happen.
it could.
If you're getting ready for Santa Claus, you have to make sure that on December 24th, you leave your fence unlocked so he can come in and land in your yard with his reindeer because your roof may not be able to support all the reindeer this year. So, who do we recommend for calling for a good fence?
For calling for a good fence, look
No
no
border?
further.
Are we in Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, what the
Yeah,
heck?
yeah. Look at Mordor. Yeah, no. Look, good God. Look no further, excuse me,
That's
than
good.
Master Wire Fence. Because for more than 40 years, Masterwire Manufacturing Fence Company has been providing the South Jersey and tri state area with residential and commercial fence supplies and services. Whether you're looking for quality products to do it yourself or are in need of a trustworthy fencing company to install your fence, they've got you covered. Masterwire Manufacturing Fence Company provides the highest quality products and customer service to each and every person who walks through their doors or gives them a call. Contact Masterwire at 609 567 1616 or visit their website at masterwirefence.net. Now, I'm not exactly sure who you should call if you're worried about Santa Claus and his reindeer falling through your roof,
I'm
but
saying land in your backyard, unlock the gate,
eh,
let him in so he can just move around. It's much safer for Santa.
I
It's
agree.
not
But
a liability risk because otherwise you're going to have an insurance issue and you're going to call your homeowners.
eh,
And how do you explain to Michael DeRose, Santa collapsed my roof?
that's what I'm saying. If Santa does indeed collapse your roof, then you need to see diversified insurance for all your commercial and
That's great.
personal insurance needs. They are a value added firm. They provide unsurpassed service, consult with you to determine your needs, and offer you a choice of insurance plans and programs. They are a value hunter who can find the best combination of coverage, service, and price. Contact them today at 609 567 7771 or visit their website at diversifiedinsuranceofnj.com.
Thanks, Joseph. Gabe, on a much different note, what is
Mhm.
happening with our friends in Winslow Township and the roadwork hearing that is coming up?
They're looking for input about a road project for Williamstown Road, which is County Road 536 Spur, and Aerial Road, County Road 706 in Winslow Township, New Jersey. So the Camden County and the Delaware Valley Regional Planning Commission will be hosting an online public information center meeting to inform local residents, officials, businesses, and the general public about this local concept development study to address the high crash rate and traffic delays at the intersection of Williamstown Road and Aerial Road in Winslow Township. The purpose of this online public information center meeting is to present the purpose and need for this project and to solicit public input and comments toward the alternatives that have been developed. The public is invited and encouraged to comment on the study, This meeting is open to all members of the public. The meeting will be held December 3rd, 2025, 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. via Teams.
Hmm.
Advanced registration is not required. So there is a QR code that people can go to tinyurl.com/4z9py2f3 or dial in by phone 1-571-360-4685, phone conference ID 584-678-829 and the pound sign.
Which for you kids out there is the hashtag sign.
Or for you musicians, it's the sharp sign, but it's
What-
different.
Whatever you guys want. Whatever you guys want. You can do the hashtag, I guess, after 829. And this is, I think, important. It sounds like it's going to be a big project, and they're asking for people's input ahead of time. So people have an opportunity to get them on board via Teams and definitely get their input out there. I think it's important.
I agree. I love when governmental agencies do things like this and they invite public comment. I
Yeah.
understand that many projects require public comment, but they don't always necessarily advertise in such a fashion like, hey, we really want your input. And in a case like this, I've said it before and I'll say it again, if you don't participate, you can't complain later. Because even if you express your concerns and give a suggestion and they ignore it, at least you partook in the process.
You say that they can't complain, but we all know they will.
Yeah, obviously they can complain with great gusto and enthusiasm, but they
Yeah.
shouldn't.
God given right to complain.
Is it Ariel or Ariel?
Ariel.
Ariel. Ariel.
Okay.
Ariel? I don't think so.
I don't know
No,
because Ariel to me is Arial, but
that's
it could
because
be a South Jersey pronunciation
you're
thing.
thinking of
Well,
the font.
Ariel. Yeah.
No,
Ariel.
it's
Or
Ariel, pronounced the same.
Ariel, Ariel, excuse me, as
Yes.
in up in the air. It's pronounced Ariel.
I
Same
think
way.
you're just trying to make it sound more bougie.
It
I
can be
don't
bougie.
know.
I don't know.
But Ariel is a nice town. I don't know that I would use bougie to describe it, but it's a nice area.
Yeah.
But bougie carries negative connotations for me. You're like, oh, look at you. You're so bougie. Like, no, I just,
With your Snoopy back there, you're so
Yeah.
bougie.
yes, because
Yeah.
Snoopy is the height of being bougie. Absolutely.
Of bougieosity.
Yeah.
Gabe, do you have your tissues ready? I think Joe might need one because he's about to cry.
I will
All
never
right.
forgive you
Try
for
not
this.
to weep openly, Joe.
I will never forgive you for
It
this.
is a touching story.
Yes, and I did mention earlier when I was going over the Christmas events that we would double back to Cole later. Here we are. On November 18th, ABC World News Tonight's David Muir introduced the world to Chris Hanna, a music teacher at Vineland's Dr. William Menny's Elementary School, and his dog. Cole is a pit bull mix who was rescued from a shelter a few years ago, and he's also deaf. Hannah brings the dog to class, sharing the story with his class that it's okay to be different, and teaches acceptance. And in the video, Hannah demonstrated that Cole understands some commands in American Sign Language, showing that he can speak when signed to do so. Now here's what got me. Cole recently celebrated his 9th birthday, and to celebrate, students held a birthday party for him where they sang Happy Birthday to You both vocally and in American Sign Language. It was the cutest video I've ever seen in my life. He was sitting there with his cute little hat on, and I blubbered like a baby, like big ugly tears, the likes of which I haven't produced since I watched the Tom Hanks Mr. Rogers movie. So thank you for that, Gina.
That
And
is saying something.
for those of you who want to see the video, and please go watch it, it is available online and it will make you also blubber like the proverbial baby.
I
I
think it's
just
a big man who
uh,
admits that.
Oh yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I just wanted to like the dog was so cute and adorable and he's white and I think pit bulls are about the cutest dogs to begin with. So here you have a pit mix and he's white and he's got this little party hat on and he's just sitting there as all the kids sing and sign to him. Oh Lord.
It's nice.
Won't even tug at your heartstrings. It'll rip them right out. It's
You're saying it's the
glorious.
opposite of bougie. Really?
Yes.
There you go.
it's such a wonderful story, and when I first saw it, it really reminds me something my father always said that dogs make the best people, and he'd rather be around dogs than people. And I don't blame him because there's something magical about that relationship between a person and a dog. And you could see that it's this whole group of students at this school. This dog is their person, and they take care of him and they want to celebrate him. And they found such a nice way to care for him and to sign for him for his birthday. It was wonderful. And like you said, it was very emotional watching this.
Yeah,
And as dog people ourselves, Gabe and I, we would love that for Fenway. We would love to have a whole class of people or school of people singing for Fenway. She deserves it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a magical thing. That it really is. And it's something when you see the connection between human beings and pets, and it's. I think it's a heartwarming story and national news. How about
yes,
that?
yeah,
Good exposure.
Good
absolutely.
news. Good news for Vineland,
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
good
on
exposure.
a national stage.
yeah,
Really nice.
and as a reminder for those of you who out there who would like to meet Cole, he will be over the 2 days of Vineland's Christmas celebration, December 5th and December 6th. So if you want to meet Cole, you'll have the opportunity to do.
That's a
That's lovely.
famous dog. That is
Yeah,
a famous dog.
Now, Gabe, you were a brave man on Sunday this week, and you went to Bagley Annie's ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday. Was it
oh,
busy in there? Do they have all their goodies for the holidays starting to fill
Uh,
in
it
the
was
store?
it was definitely bustling. A lot of people picking up their needs for the big upcoming Thanksgiving feasts at whatever wherever they're having them. And at Bagley Annie's Market, they always say we treat our customers like family, with a variety of custom cut meats, farm fresh produce, delicious cheeses, a full deli, and more. Bagley Annie's Market has something for everyone. They are famous for their wide variety of authentic Italian specialty products. Try their Italian bread and rolls, prepared foods, and homemade pasta. Follow their social media for weekly loyalty reward promos. Baglandy's Market is located at 417 12th Street in Hammonton. Call 609 561 0693 or visit Facebook and Instagram for more information.
Thanks, Gabe. Joe, let's stay in Violent for a few minutes. They have a couple of job openings out there that are interesting and tied to a project they received a grant for.
indeed. According to reports, Vineland officials say they've secured a $3.7 million grant from the state that will help expand fiber and wireless broadband access to the city of 62,000. Local officials are hopeful the grant is just the beginning steps towards dramatic expansion of affordable access. And in relation to this, the city of Vineland currently has 3 job postings up on their website. Each one carries a salary range from $75,000 to $125,000 annually. The first is a sales and marketing representative, and the second is a sales and marketing manager. Both of them have similar job duties, although the manager does have higher requirements to get the position. And the third is a network infrastructure engineer for municipal broadband. Full descriptions and requirements for each can be found at www.vinelandcity.org/job-postings. Vineland's new grant was made possible by the New Jersey Broadband Infrastructure Deployment Equity Grant Program,
That's a
which will
mouthful.
it is,
Sure.
and that will be delivering $40 million in broadband grants via the state's Capital Projects Fund, made largely possible by the 2021 federal passage of the American Rescue Plan Act. So, federal money down to the state, down to the municipality, and with that, 3 new job postings.
Yeah, it's wonderful opportunity. So if you feel that you meet those requirements, we encourage you to go out there and apply and take your shot at working in a wonderful city in Cumberland County. Gabe, what's happening with the Methodist Church? They're opening their doors for a Thanksgiving community dinner.
Yes, this is just a wonderful event. A free community Thanksgiving dinner where everyone's welcome. And they say, let us set a place for you. Thanksgiving Day from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., eat in only. Come and be a part of the family. Call 609 561 1537 to reserve your place. First United Methodist Church is located at 398 Bellevue Avenue in Hammonton. Guys, I just think this is a great tradition and a great Thanksgiving dinner, especially with the church opening its doors, really having people come and be with other people on Thanksgiving Day itself.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that I could add to or augment anything you've said. It's fantastic, and really, like it may be a little old fashioned, but besides regular services, this is the stuff that you hope to see churches do and you love to see churches do. They really taking care of their community, not just on Sundays or not just on the day of worship. It shows that they really genuinely care about not only their congregation, this is open to anybody and everybody. And
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a
that,
community event
yeah,
in the
Yes.
and
truest sense of the word.
it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
So we give thanks to you, Methodist Church, this year. First United Methodist Church, you're doing wonderful work over there, and it's a wonderful thing to see it happening in Hammonton. Gina, what do you think?
I love this idea. They've done it historically, and it's what Thanksgiving is about, coming together. It's you don't always know everyone. And I used to celebrate Thanksgiving in Lancaster, and you would sit at a table with a bunch of people that you didn't know, and you learned about each other, and you gave thanks for what you had and the opportunities. And so I think that continues that in a way. And wonderful to them. Hats off, and to all their volunteers who are cooking and cleaning and getting the hall area ready. That's a good thing for them. And thank you for doing that for the community. There's no pay involved with that kind of work, but it's very appreciated. You know, it's times like Thanksgiving and Christmas and the other holidays coming up that you really do miss your loved ones after they've passed. And when you're going through a death in the family or a death of a loved one, you need someone by your side to help you through those difficult days. And that's why our Marinella Funeral Home comes in.
Yes, Gina, Marinell Funeral Home has been serving the community since 1962 and has been family owned and operated for 3 generations. Marinell Funeral Home provides individually designed burial, cremation, and pre planned funeral services to meet the needs of each family. Ask them about how pre planning provides true peace of mind to your family. Contact the Marinella Funeral Home, located at 102 North 3rd Street in Hammonton at 609 561 1311.
Thanks, Gabe. Last week, your brother called you, Gabe John, with some sad news about a local sister who passed away. Formerly
Yeah,
local, I should say.
yeah, I received a text from my brother, and it was sad news because we knew Sister Geraldine Canale, MPF, very well. And she passed away peacefully on Thursday, November 20th, 2025, at St. Joseph Hall, Villa Walsh, Morristown, New Jersey, at the age of 92. A was held on Monday, November 24th at St. Lucie Chapel, Villa Walsh, Morristown, and was followed by a massive Christian burial at 4 p.m. that same day. Interment was at Ave Maria Cemetery on November 25th. Arrangements were by the Doyle Funeral Home in Morristown. A little background on Sister Geraldine. She was born in Watertown, New York, and she entered the Religious Teachers Filippini in 1949. She
Wow.
received the habit in 1950 and made her perpetual oblation in 1953. Sister Geraldine earned her BS in elementary education and her MA in education from Seton Hall University in South Orange, New Jersey. In her 75 years of religious life, Sister Geraldine served as classroom teacher of the primary grades, special education, classroom aide, catechist, and parish pastoral minister. She faithfully served in the Archdiocese of Brooklyn, Camden, New York, Newark, Ogdensburg, Patterson, Scranton, and Trenton. In addition, Sister Geraldine was appointed local convent superior. In the Diocese of Camden, Sister Geraldine was assigned to St. Joseph Parish and School in Hammonton, New Jersey, on 3 different occasions. She taught first grade in the periods of 1964 to 1965 and 1978 to 1994. She is probably most remembered for her generous and lively service as a parish pastoral minister from 2004 to 2020. Due to declining health, Sister Geraldine returned to the mother house, Villa Walsh, in Morristown in 2020, taking up residence in St. Joseph Hall, where she continued to bring life and joy to her fellow sisters, according to her obituary. Sister Geraldine is predeceased by her parents, Nicholas and Josephine Marzano Canali, and her 6 siblings, Rose Canali, Gloria Anito, Martha Schnurr, Rocco Canali, Richard Canali, and Sister Anita Canali, MPF. Sister Geraldine is survived by loving nieces, nephews, grandnieces, and grandnephews, their families, and many friends. In lieu of flowers, donations in memory of Sister Geraldine may be made to the Religious Teachers Filippini, care of Sister Mary Ann McCann, MPF, Villa Walsh, 455 Western Avenue, Morristown, New Jersey, 07960. So many people have been influenced by Sister Geraldine, guys. And I would have to put this out to the oddballs out there who may have been part of her. They can certainly comment on this, of her long service to Hammonton in particular. But I would like to say just that she was a life force. She had a certain personality that was unbelievably vibrant. And anyone who knew her, if you met Sister Geraldine, you were influenced in her by her joy, her humor, her passion, obviously, for religion. And she was just an outstanding person. She'll be missed.
I think the word that when I think of Sister Geraldine is spunky.
Yeah.
She was she was spunky, and she was not afraid to express an opinion, tell you what she was thinking, and she liked having things done her way, and she always found a way to get it done. And I always thought that was impressive.
Wonder if that's a requirement of being one of the religious teachers Filippini, because you just described a great deal of them, actually.
Yeah.
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 Okay, yeah, that's who they were. I didn't have the pleasure of knowing Sister Geraldine, but I did have one incident where she pretty much embodied everything that you just said. It was when they were having the going away party for the religious teachers Filippini, and she was not able to attend, but she sent a video message which basically said, I tried to be there. I tried to break out and they wouldn't let me. You'd know that I'd be there
Yeah.
if I could. I'd by any means necessary. I'm sorry I'm not there. And she stopped just shy of implying that she would boost a car to get there.
Yeah, for sure. That's right. She would have, I think, if they had given her access. But she often remarked to me that she would have liked me to. She said this to me. I want you to do my eulogy. I just did, sister. So I hope I met that obligation wherever you are. I hope you're making people laugh and making them think and making them consider their connection to God, and a life well lived. 75 years is a long time to devote to anything.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
God bless her.
In other news, e-bikes have become all the rage across South Jersey. We see them in Hammonton, you see them down the shore, you see them pretty much everywhere. What's not known by a lot of people is that e-bikes can be modified and then they kind of basically become motorcycles. So there's a lot of concern, and we've talked about it on this show before, about e-bikes and teenagers and responsible use ridership. So there's going to be an e-bike info night for parents. It is going to be online. It's going to be a live discussion. It'll be Wednesday, December 10th. It'll be from 1 to 1:45 p.m. or 8 to 8:45 p.m. Registration is required, but it is free and open to the public. This is being facilitated by Paul Mikowitz, NJBWC program manager and certified cycling instructor. And it says, look, most teens are riding these e-bikes, which have a throttle, can be easily modified, and basically are motorcycles. We want you to learn more about the e-bikes, training options for your teens, your liability as a parent, and how to monitor both the bike and the rider moving forward. And again, this is being done by the New Jersey Bike and Walk Coalition and the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety. And if you go to the school district's Facebook page, there is information on there. You go to Folsom's school district page, they have it on there. Every school district is pretty much sharing this information, and a lot of the municipalities as well, because they really want you to come to this event and to be part of it. And you have to scan a QR code to register, and that's available online. Gentlemen?
I've said before that if history has proven anything, is that legislation takes forever to catch up with technology, especially when one considers how fast technology is moving in the last 15 or 20 years. And so you've got kids riding around on motorcycles essentially that in years past would have required a great deal of legislation, would have required licenses, registration, and so forth. And the laws simply haven't caught up with it yet. And the parents don't know this. They just see, okay, e-bike, cool, I'll get it for little Billy or little Susie. And you've
I'll give you the
really
best parent or grandparent for Christmas this year or the
Right.
birthday.
yeah, and it's not unlike 10, 15, 20 years ago when razor scooters came out and then parents bought them for their kids and they're like, "What do you mean that thing can go up to 40 miles an hour? Maybe I should rethink this. Maybe you should do a little bit of research beforehand." But that's
I'm going to pick up on what Joe said there, that last part. People don't see this coming or they just ignore it. I think do the research, look into it. Nobody thought, oh, we're going to put a motor on a bike, but we're not going to call it a motorcycle or a motorbike. It is that. And I still don't understand how this all, other than Joe's good way of putting it, which is that the technology went out there and the legislation did not catch up until now. So, well, at least we're having it catch up, which is good. But I still remain like, how did they not see this coming?
yeah. So far as I know, in the legal definitions of a motorbike, nothing requires an internal combustion engine. Just like for a car, okay, you've got cars that are purely electric and run by battery. They're automatically under the same
Right.
awning and umbrella
Auspices,
of the
right.
law. Why wouldn't a bike automatically be? Just because it doesn't have an internal combustion engine.
Makes no
Because
sense
it's
to me.
you're taking away their fun. And you
Oh,
were, look, we're getting people fit. They're doing exercise.
what fit on an e-bike? You sit there and it goes. It's the same amount of exercise as a car.
It's the core strength of balancing, I'm sure they could argue.
Oh, yeah. Or that they'd say you can shut the engine off. You can just bike with that thing.
It's an
I don't know.
assist.
I
I
don't know.
okay. All right.
I've
I
yet to
got
see. I've yet to see a lot of legs moving on an e-bike.
yeah, exactly.
So
The guys are very cynical.
I think we're more hitting the nail on the head with the hammer. So
If
you know,
if you are in need of a septic pump out, or maybe you're planning a large event or a construction project and will have need of a porta pot, we recommend calling Demeglio Septic or Quality Sanitation.
Yes, because Domiglio Septic and Quality Sanitation are here for a variety of services, including the aforementioned septic pump out, grease trap service, high pressure jetting, portable toilets, and more. Call 609-561-3597 or go to DemiglioSeptic.com for Domiglio Septic, or call 609-561-4666 for Quality Sanitation. Experience the Domiglio difference, a promise of superior service, quality, and reliability.
Thank you, Joe. Gabe, can you explain to me how Denny Levinson is working with Santa Claus this year? I'm a
well,
little
I guess
confused.
through the county. I don't know if Denny is going to
That's
dress up like an elf or anything.
That's the
It's more.
team up you never
Yeah,
expected.
yeah, exactly. Denny and Santa. The county is working with Santa. The Atlantic County Division of Parks has been given special access to Santa this holiday season, according to a release. Santa will be providing a personalized certificate for each child identified in a letter to Santa with the child's name, mailing address, parent slash guardian's name, and contact phone number or email address. The deadline for submissions is Friday, December 12th. Letters may be submitted three ways. One, by dropping the letter in the mailbox to the North Pole at the Warren E. Fox Nature Center in the Estelle Manor Park, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Two, by mailing the letter to the Warren E. Fox Nature Center, Estelle Manor Park, 109 Route 50 South, Mays Landing, New Jersey, 08330. Or by emailing the letter to elfnikki at Lambert underscore Nicole at aclink.org. For more information, please call 609 625 1897. This is a nice thing, guys. I think, again, everyone's getting involved with the holidays, and it's a cute way for kids to interact with the county.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I
Anybody who's working directly with Santa, I'm all for that.
There you go.
I think it's great how many new avenues of communication have opened up with the North Pole in the last several years. When we were kids, you had a letter and that was it. You didn't know if it got there until Christmas morning. Now you've got whole governmental agencies working to make sure that your letter is getting to jolly old St. Nick. And I just think that's wonderful.
Yeah, I wonder what happened. Do you think Santa Claus got broadband? What do we think happened that he's making himself more accessible to the people now?
That's
I think
probably it.
I think that's part of it. I think NORAD got involved over the years with the Santa tracking, and then that just led to more openness, a sort of a North Pole glasnost, really, is what it
Is
is.
that what you think it is?
Yeah.
I just think it's remarkable, and I feel like there's just a good amount of holiday cheer, Christmas cheer that keeps Santa energized, and maybe he needs to hear from the kids more, so he's looking for these letters because we know that's how elf magic is fueled. We learned this, I think, from the movie Elf, that you gotta have that holiday cheer to keep it fueled and going.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
he needs to reach out more, and he's saying, "Look, send me your letters, and I'll send something back." He's just modernizing.
What was it? The quickest way to spread holiday cheer is singing loud for all to hear. Was that it?
There you
Something
go.
like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sending a letter to Santa through the county, apparently.
I mean, look, I just picture Denny like dropping off letters to the North Pole and bringing them back, and I think that's nice.
Yeah, put a little Santa hat on him. He's already got the beard, if I'm not mistaken. He's close to
Yeah,
it.
he's got a
Yeah,
Yeah.
scarf. He's good.
yeah.
Joe, look, there. Let's be honest. There are times when we're going to be on the road. We'll be driving to people's houses for the holidays. Breakdowns are going to happen, or maybe for some reason power outage goes out. We saw that last week in Hammonton. There was an extensive power outage due to an accident on the White Horse Pike, and people's houses got cold. So the government wants you to have emergency kits ready.
Indeed. And that power outage, if I'm not mistaken, affected 800 people in town. And, pardon me, Ready.gov has released advisories to prepare your winter weather emergency kits. Now, to prepare for potential heat and power outages at home, they recommend updating your emergency kit with items like blankets, warm clothes, hand warmers, batteries, flashlights, bottled water, and so forth. And you can also be ready for winter travel by stocking up on essentials like blankets, hand warmers, phone chargers and power banks, first aid kits, and medications, granola bars and water, ice scrapers, and a snow shovel and tire chains. I don't know where you'll find tire chains these days, but ice scraper and snow shovel absolutely essential for keeping in your car in case you get stuck in a bank. And of course, the many of the items in these kits are interchangeable. If you're without power, you may want to have power banks and phone chargers at home. They sell full power packs that you can charge and keep charged, that you can plug things in. They sell inverters for your car. If you don't have power in the house, you can charge things in the car with that running. So just be ready for the winter. We never know what the weather is going to bring. We're coming up on the 30-year anniversary of the worst blizzard of my life. Blizzard of 96 dumped, I believe, 3 feet of snow in the area. So that was a good time. So
Oh, yeah.
you never know. Of
They
course,
say it's
now,
going to be a
now,
special season too.
now,
So
now I sound like an old timey miner, like the blizzard of 96.
You
No,
sound like that.
in
I
the,
was
in the late 1900s.
No, you were that was no joke. That blizzard, it did
No.
drop a yard of snow on the Northeast. So we were stuck. We went to the Eagles Dallas playoff game in Dallas, and we were stuck in Dallas for days
Oh, that's a
because of
nightmare.
that particular storm, and the Eagles lost. So
even worse.
even worse. That was the last time, I believe, around the last time that the Kelly Green was down in Dallas.
Hmm.
But meaning the uniforms.
Right.
But look, they say an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. I think this is like a pound of prevention, so it's worth a ton of cure. And I
Yeah.
think everyone should take heed. You don't want to be stuck anywhere without some essential needs.
No, it's a good point, Gabe. I'm a former Girl Scout. I love being prepared. I don't have this ready, but you know that I will start working on this ASAP to get our house ready and our cars ready
Yeah.
because we don't want Fenway to be cold.
No, certainly
That's
not.
right.
Nope.
Gabe, Joe wowed us with our holiday lineup. Do you have something going on similar for the community calendar this week?
It's jam packed. It's jam packed with holiday magic. There's no shortage of holiday magic around South Jersey the first week of December. And before I get into it, I want to say the Rocco's Townhouse Community Calendar is sponsored by Rocco's Townhouse, who prides themselves on being a spot where everyone can meet and eat. Delicious appetizers, entrees, burgers, and more, along with a full bar and plenty of craft beers on tap. Remember, everyone meets at the Townhouse, 21 North 3rd Street in Hammonton. Call them at 609 561 9384 or visit roccostownhouse.com. And now, the Rocco's Townhouse Community Calendar. Stop by Rocco's after attending some of these events. Grab your scarves, mittens, maybe a hot cocoa or two, because here's what's happening. Wednesday, December 3rd, get crafty at the Holiday Wreath Making Workshop hosted by the Hammonton Green Committee. It's happening from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Hammonton Canoe Club in Hammonton Lake Park. Registration is just $25. The spots fill fast. Visit hammontongreencommittee.com/events to sign up. Then on Thursday, December 4th, Bagley Annie's Food Market welcomes the one and only Lydia Bastianich for a book signing of her newest release, Lydia's The Art of Pasta. The event runs from 5 to 7 p.m. A book purchase at the door is required for entry, and select items will be available for purchase during the event. Doors open at 5, a perfect way to kick off the Christmas season. Also on Thursday, December 4th, Menino's Cannoli Express invites you to an evening of cannoli and connections with psychic medium Antonio Anastasia. Enjoy dinner, a cannoli, and a gallery reading starting at 6 p.m. at 220 Bellevue Avenue in Hammonton. Tickets are $44 via Venmo at Cannoli Queen 21. On Friday, December 5th through Sunday, December 7th, the Rotary Club of Hammonton's Winterfest returns to the Mount Carmel Carnival grounds. Enjoy craft vendors, carolers, food, kid activities, the Grinch run/walk, train rides, and of course, Santa himself. Bring non perishable food or unwrapped toys to help local families. On Friday, December 5th, the Winter Stand Down event for veterans will take place from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 446 South Egg Harbor Road in Hammonton. The DAV Auxiliary is collecting new hats, gloves, scarves, and blankets to keep our vets warm this winter. Finally, on Saturday, December 6th, the Atlantic City Ballet brings the Nutcracker to the Lavoie Theater in Millville, with performances at 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. Don't miss this holiday classic filled with magic, music, and memories for the whole family. That's your holiday lineup from the Rocco's Townhouse Community Calendar, where we celebrate all things local, festive, and fun. More information about these events can be found online. Gina?
That is a whole lot of happening.
Yep. Yeah, it
For
is.
sure.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
But I love it. I love that it's the holidays and that we're doing that. And if you're going out for the holidays, you should be dressed up wearing your Oddcast gear because nothing looks better than Jersey Oddcast wearables.
Oh, I agree. You should absolutely be wearing a hat of some kind. Always be drinking coffee, hot cocoa, tea, or your hot beverage of choice out of one of our mugs. We also have tumblers and so forth. We've got all manner of t shirts, including our Italian sorbet and in my Oddcast era shirts. All of it can be found, and more can be found at jersey-oddcast.printify.me.
Fabulous. And, wear it loud, wear it with pride. I'm all for it. What else do we have going on? We have to talk about our Oddcast OddFact. I think that's coming up shortly. But before we get to that, we are going to do the Oddcast Odd Poll. This is
Okay.
a very important question, and I think this is one where we may not agree. When is the appropriate time to have Thanksgiving dinner? Early afternoon, 1 to 2 p.m., so you can nap by the late afternoon. Or do you want to have it late afternoon, 3 to 4 p.m., right when the football games are heating up? Early evening, 5 to 6 p.m., classic supper time, no rush. After dark, 7 p.m. or later. Who says turkey can't be a nightcap? Gentlemen, what are your votes?
Oh, you definitely don't want it 7 to 8 p.m. because it's not just the dinner. You've got to factor in dessert and then driving home with a belly full of tryptophan and whatever libations you may consume during the evening. So
Okay.
y- there's a lot of
Oh,
thought to this.
there's a lot of
I am a
thought.
huge I am a huge fan of the 1 to 2. Generally, I like the 2 to 3 range, but that's combining the 2. So I will go with the 1 to 2 range. This way, you take an hour to eat and talk and so forth, another half hour to an hour to rest, and then after that, you have an hour for dessert and coffee and whatever else, and you're home passed out on the couch watching It's a Wonderful Life by 7 p.m.
Gabriel?
Yeah, you can watch It's a Wonderful Life all day now. I saw one of the channels is promoting that as an all day thing. I'm going to say 3 to 4 only because it's not Thanksgiving brunch, it's Thanksgiving dinner. So to me, I think it needs to be a little more toward the dinner time. Although 3 to 4 is still, to me, afternoon. But I think when you have a Thanksgiving dinner, if you start up at 3 or 4, then you're going to sit there for 3 hours. And so it'll be evening by the time you leave the table. So to me, you're going to discuss things, have some fun with the family and the friends. So I'm going to say that more like 3 to 4.
I'm a solid 5 to 6 person.
Wow.
Look, I grew up with the
Wow.
1 to 2 household, but I like 5 to 6. It's dinner. It's heavy. I want to eat dinner, have dessert, and go to sleep. And I napping just you nap, you're just gonna wake up and not be able to fall back again. You know what
You
I mean?
underestimate my power.
I don't know. Oddballs, let us know in the comments what you think is the appropriate time to have Thanksgiving dinner. We could argue about it for days, I am sure, but we're not going to today. Maybe you're getting ready for the holidays. Maybe your business is relocating and you need to do a big clean out, whatever it may be, and you need a dumpster. You need to call our friends at United Roll Off.
Looking for a fast, reliable dumpster service? Call United Roll Off Service and Recycling LLC. Family owned by the Grasso family and proudly serving South Jersey since 1999. 3 generations strong, United Roll Off is your local solution for household cleanouts, construction debris, concrete, and yard waste with 11, 20, and 30-yard dumpsters ready when you need them. Serving Hammonton and all of Atlantic, Burlington, Camden, Cumberland, and Gloucester counties, they've got the size, service, and local touch you can trust. Visit them at 735 Wiltsey's Mill Road, Hammonton, or call 609-561-8287 to get started today. United Roll Off, local, loyal, and ready to haul.
You know that I love to find a theme, and this week's theme has been Thanksgiving. So I'm going to tie the Oddcast OddFact to Thanksgiving. So here's a slice of New Jersey history to be thankful for. Back on September 25th, 1789, New Jersey Congressman Elias Boudinot, a lawyer from Elizabeth, proposed that President George Washington proclaim a national day of public thanksgiving. President Washington agreed, and just days later, on October 3rd, 1789, he declared Thursday, November 26th, as the first National Day of Thanks, what we now know as Thanksgiving. In his proclamation, President Washington wrote, that we may then all unite in rendering unto him our sincere and humble thanks for his kind care and protection of the people of this country previous to their becoming a nation, for the signal and manifold mercies and the favorable interpositions of his providence which we experienced in the course and conclusion of the late war. So the next time you're passing the mashed potatoes, remember America's very first Thanksgiving proclamation came from the mind of a Jersey guy. That's your Jersey Oddcast Odd Fact, proving once again that history has deep roots right here in the Garden State.
That's great. I did not know that
You
prior
didn't
to
learn that in
this.
like fourth grade New Jersey history or whatever?
I don't think that was
No.
part of it. I learned about the goldfinch and the violet is the state flower and the
Yeah,
Lenny Lenape or Lenni Lenape.
and how to make a diorama of a wigwam out of a leg's egg.
Right.
That's what we learned in
We
fourth
learned
grade.
in
We did.
fourth grade.
Eh?
Yeah.
I thank Mrs. Ruberton for that
Yes.
very much. She was definitely a great teacher.
But we did not learn that it was a New Jersey congressman who first came up with the idea of a day of giving thanks, which honestly, it doesn't necessarily surprise me. Like the day quickly evolved into just a celebration, an orgy of food, which makes sense that comes from New Jersey also, because that's how we do.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. If you're giving thanks, you're going to eat in New
Yeah,
Jersey for
yeah, you
sure.
are.
Joe, what is the weather going to be like for Thanksgiving Eve, which we all like to go have a good time at the local bars? And what's it going to be like on Thanksgiving Day?
Since you asked, it sounds like it is time for the Oddcast Forecast according to the app on my smartphone and sponsored by Ben Castone Landscaping. Call Ben Castone for all your landscaping needs at 609 561 3452. They're here to keep your yard looking great no matter what the season. And this year, Ben Castone Landscaping is celebrating its 25th anniversary. Ben Castone thanks his customers, family, and friends for all their support and is looking forward to many more years of service. And Thursday looks to be good.
Okay.
Wednesday, we're looking at a high of 64 and a low of 36 with possibility of rain and showers throughout the day. So if you are going to go out on Thanksgiving Eve, you should, number one, be careful to begin with because it is the biggest party night of the year, and now you're adding in slick roads. So be double careful. Thursday, Thanksgiving, we're looking at a high of 46 and a low of 29, but it's going to be mostly clear throughout the day, so that'll be nice. And then Friday, we're looking at a high of 42 and a low of 25. Again, a couple of clouds, but no precipitation. So Wednesday evening, a little iffy. Thursday and Friday, pretty nice.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah, and we could certainly use the precipitation. We're running a little bit on the dry side, so nothing wrong with that.
Where are you going Thanksgiving Eve, Joe?
I never go out Thanksgiving Eve, actually. Ah, no, I don't need to be out on the roadway on a night like that. No,
Okay,
never
just thought
do.
okay, just thought I'd ask.
No, I don't go out either. So
Yeah.
That I know.
we don't do that. But it's a great reunion for
Yeah.
people who do.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
will say this: in my 20s, I was out and about sometimes, but not now. I think it's just a different world out there a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can find us online, jerseyoddcast.com, on your favorite podcast app, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever. And you can always reach us by giving us a call at Joe
The number then would be 609-444-6178.
or email us at.
JerseyOddcast@gmail.com.
We hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. Have a great week.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.